What is up, guys? This is me, Johnny Cooper 64 here with another YouTube video, and we got our first look at the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy plushies. We're getting Crash figures, which are amazing, and it's about time we start seeing some Crash plushies as well. Kid Robot, who is also making some Crash Bandicoot vinyl figures, will also be making plushies that look like it's based on the figure. The description of the figures say, "Yeehaw! Crash is back, and he's enhanced and trans and ready to dance." Kid Robot is ready to rock with everyone's favorite marsupial, or everyone's favorite Bandicoot, in an all new, funny plush form, joined by Coco Bandicoot and Dr. Neocortex. Crash Bandicoot is ready to take an old school PlayStation Punch to your collection. Grab all four today and put some in your wump, which is, I guess, Kid Robot's quote, or like their new catchphrase for Crash Bandicoot when they're making merchandise. Now let's take a look at each plushies one by one. Over here we have Crash Bandicoot, who indeed does look a lot like the figure instead of his Insane Trilogy look. He looks more like the original Crash Bandicoot, in Crash Bandicoot 1. He does not have the little white bow in front of his shorts. The short also is part of like the plush's skin instead of being like another clothing on top of it. It's all just printed in there. And the ears are also kind of like based on the vinyl instead of, his look on the game. And, I guess that's just how, the style of Kid Robot does. But overall, the plush is still pretty good, but I think they could have improved. Then we have the Crazy Eye version. It's the same as the other one, for the exception of the one eye up and the other eye down. And the eyebrows, are more thinner than the original, or the regular one. Then we have Crash Bandicoot's sister, Coco Bandicoot. She is the only one that looks different from her minifigure version. The clothing is also printed in the plush instead of being, a second clothing to make it more 3D. The hair sticking out looks to be made of fabric and not plush, which I think they could have improved on that. She still looks absolutely fantastic, a bit weird, I will say. Like, this is like one of the weirdest Coco Bandicoots, but it's also like, I think the second time we get a Coco Bandicoot plushie, like, in forever. So, that's still pretty amazing, though. So yes, this is like the second time we get to see like a Coco plush. Now we have Dr. Neocortex. Now he is, I guess, the best one of, because he looks more like the Insane Trilogy version of Dr. Neocortex. I love his little evil look and, his beard coming out, 2D to 3D, and, it continues. The only weird thing about him is like, the kind of like the little head and top. It does look a little bit weird, and his legs. The legs do look a bit weird. Crash and Coco's look, looks a bit more natural, but Cortex does not, it does not look natural. It looks really weird, but overall it looks amazing. Hopefully we have, some other plushies as well that is more detailed and more based on the Insane Trilogy and, how they look and everything like that. How the, this plush looks a lot like the Crash Bandicoot's original design, or like, the Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, and stuff like that, because it has like, all the detail and everything that looks just like the game. This one does not. It looks really different. It looks more like the Crash Bandicoot cartoon plushie from the first Crash game. But overall, these four plushies look good, and it fits, how Kid Robot, makes the style of these plushies. And it's also really different from other Crash plushies, we've seen before, because most of the other Crash plushies are, based off, the video game and, how Crash looks. This one's a bit more different. It looks more cartoonish and stuff like that. Also, like, these plushies are, more based on the minifigures as well. These plushies are 8 inches, made of polyester, and it'll be super soft plush. And these plushies will be releasing in June 2018, which will mark the 1-year anniversary of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. These will cost $11.99 and are available to pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, which is like the first store that's starting to get pre-orders. I'll definitely pre-order all of these plushies, even though they look really weird, but it's still great. Hopefully these plushies sell a lot, so Activision can make more Crash Bandicoot merchandise for years to come. Which plushies are you going to be getting? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.